This is Festival Sounds. I'm Bilal.
And I'm Tilly.
We've got 3 episodes lined up for you in the next 3 weeks. We're going to go through the Glastonbury poster day by day. Before we get started, please can you share this episode with one of your mates who's going to Glastonbury? If you think they'll enjoy it, it really helps us grow the show.
And if they're not going to Glastonbury, you can share it to give them FOMO. Why not?
The internet is not happy with the Glastonbury lineup poster. I think they are wrong. I think the poster is incredible. The acts are incredible.
I think there are a lot of mixed reviews. I mean, we know this from our last episode. Some people are really, really happy. Some people are kind of waiting for maybe it to sink in a bit. But I agree. I think it looks really good. There's some kind of hidden gems on there. Some gems that maybe aren't so hidden. They're just amazing gems. I'm very excited.
So my initial reaction is always, who are these artists? I'm not sure who they are, whether I'm going to like them. But if you take the time to go through them, there is depth in there. It is great. Wet Leg, big font, amazing. That means they must be headlining somewhere or subbing somewhere. So that's pretty cool for them because they're a good band.
They are good. I love those. I can't even think off the top of my head, but 2 songs that I absolutely love of them. Chaise Long and what's the other one?
Wet Dream.
Yeah, Wet Dream. That's a really good one.
The only thing I would say is I think there's a second album on the way because no way are they that high up on the poster for Friday if they've just got one album, 40 minutes of songs.
There must be, because, I mean, they've been writing that one album. It's a brilliant album, but they've been writing that one album for a while. So surely new music is on the way, or a single at least. Give us something.
But for Friday, I think that's a really good start. Looking at the top of that list. Oh, Alanis Morissette as well. In 4 or 5 years' time, when you look back, you are going to wish you were there.
Yeah, I agree. I had to remind myself of her songs, and then I was going through the list and I was like, banger after banger after banger, like they're all actually really good. She's really cool.
Going back to the haters, what are you looking at? This is a really good lineup. There's some solid names at the top. I really can't say Busta Rhymes without immediately in my head breaking into Busta Rhymes songs. I'm not going to do it now, but...
There's some other great names on there, and most of these I have looked up, like I didn't necessarily know them from just looking at the poster.
Are you sharing your hidden gem?
I think I might share my hidden gems. I've got Anoni and the Johnsons. Really cool. Not to humbly brag, but I first heard one of their songs on the Hunger Games soundtrack.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. But, I mean, I used to love that song, and I still do.
As you just put down the Twilight book?
Yeah, I was going to say this about St. Vincent. I was like, St. Vincent, I loved them on the Twilight soundtrack.
Oh my God. There is such a distance between the two of us, and I've never felt it more.
I've gone too far.
Let me just put my copy of War and Peace down.
Pride and
Which
Prejudice.
I thought just came
when
out.
You're a boy. But super cool. I listened to some songs. Then obviously realised I knew it from Hunger Games soundtrack, but very like otherworldly and cool and made me like strangely emotional. It was great.
There's a few that really jumped out at me. Denzel Curry is an American rapper, and if you listen to his song Walking, with an apostrophe at the end, Walking. Afternoon, West Holtz, you could see yourself lying on the grass soaking up that. It'd be amazing. Like, really good addition to West Holtz, I think, if that's where he's going to be. That's my guess.
Yeah. Talking of summery vibes or just picturing it as you know, with the stage and everything, I think Bad Bad Not Good, it's like very summery songs, very summery vibes. When I was listening to them earlier, I could picture me lying down in the field. It's very like chilled out, just laid back with a cider. I'm so excited.
I don't know whether it was just what I randomly picked to listen to, but I found quite a few chilled out artists. The other one was Inhaler, the Dublin band. They got kind of two-door cinema club vibes about them.
Yeah, I like Inhaler, yeah.
I think they'll be quite good. I look forward to that. The one that I think is perfect for West Holtz is On Vogue, famous for singing What a Man in the 90s.
What a man, what a man. Is that the right song?
Yeah, that's absolutely it. I am going to walk in to that crowd as that's playing in slow motion.
Got a strut. That's going to be a literal runway walk, isn't it?
I'd be like, yeah, I'm here now, everyone. It's okay.
You were waiting, you can stop waiting.
This song was for me.
Reggae vibes. There's a couple of reggae artists I've noticed on that lineup poster. Burning Spear was listening to that earlier.
Burning Spears.
Good vibes. I love a bit of reggae.
They've got a song, Marcus Garvey, and that's beautiful. Really lovely song.
Nice, yeah. And there was another reggae artist I found. I mean, it's probably more than two, but Black Uhuru. Probably
I
said
know
that
them.
wrong
They're
as well.
on the
But yeah,
Sunday, aren't they?
They
what
are
are you
on Sunday.
doing? Jumping ahead to Sunday.
Sorry,
we promised
I got
our
too
listeners
excited.
a Friday show, and in you go. With 5 minutes in, and you're talking about Sunday.
Sorry, it was the reggae. It was the reggae made me do it.
You just want to talk about Rod Stewart, don't you? But you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. If you want something more upbeat, I saw Floating Points at the Victoria Warehouse up in Manchester. He is incredible. He's like a savant. What he does is he creates those kind of electronic sounds with all the gear he's got on stage with him. And he's got a couple of sporting artists as well. I don't know what it is he's doing, but the output is incredible. I wish I had more musical knowledge, to understand the process he's going through. I'm going to post a link in the show notes to Floating Points. I think I've spoken about him before,
Yeah,
but he's really, really good. And
it sounds super cool. I've never seen him, but just the way you describe him makes me like, oh, that sounds so exciting.
it's incredible because, this is where I mentioned him, because he was a last-minute replacement for a headliner at End of the Road. So I went knowing nothing about him, and it blew me away. And it says something for me to go back just a few months later to go see an artist. So it's like held in high esteem. A shout out for the TikTok crowd, Lola Young, Messi. Everyone is going to be there singing that song.
Yeah,
you like the
it's
song?
going to be, because I'm too messy. Yeah, it's going to be so good. I feel bad for her because I probably would need to listen to some more songs of hers before I got there, because I don't want to just be singing along to one. I want to be singing along to all of them, but she's super cool.
I think she's worth learning more lyrics for.
Definitely.
You're going to be
learning longer than the 30-second TikTok.
Yeah, you got to put the effort in. If the whole crowd is going to be singing along, and you are going to feel like, and when I say you, me, because I'm that guy, I'm going to feel like, wow, I'm the only one who doesn't know the words, which happens so often. It's because what I do is just stumble into crowds unprepared. I think you have to do your homework for Lola Young.
Yeah,
I cannot
agree.
just know the chorus.
She deserves it.
She is incredible, and I can see that being packed. I don't know where any of these artists are going to play, but if you go on the forums or the OOF Discord server, I think they're starting to guess, but I've not figured it out yet.
We need to get Glasto thingy involved. I feel like he might be able to give us some stats.
Credibility and people who've been nominated for awards. You've got English teacher, winner
amazing.
of the Mercury Music Prize. Have you heard I'm Not Crying, You're Crying?
Yep.
What a song.
Really, so good.
And nominated, and I think a lot of people's absolute hero is CMAT.
Yes, I mean, How to Build a Festival's hero.
That's true.
When we had them on a couple of weeks ago, loving it.
They have a CMAT doll.
They do have a CMAT doll. I'm not quite at that level, but I do love CMAT.
And then the other one, who always delivers, not a hidden gem, Fatboy Slim.
Always, absolutely always. He loves Glastonbury, that man. He must live there 24/7, 365 days a year, because I don't know if there's ever been a Glastonbury that he's not been to.
But he always pulls the crowd.
He really does.
Incredible. I think the Friday is just so strong. I'd ignore the haters. Ignore everyone on Instagram, on TikTok who's doing all that. Oh my God, it's the worst lineup ever.
Yeah.
They have not gone into the detail here.
They haven't. And even the headline is like, obviously we're picking out kind of hidden gems. I want to say lesser known, but there's probably going to be some people that are like, no, that's my favourite band ever. But sorry, if that is your favourite band and we've just called them a hidden gem. But even the headliners are great. You've got Laura Carney, you've got Biffy Clyro.
I saw Self-Esteem deliver the headline set at Green Man, and it was a show. It was a fucking show. Like, I have not seen a performance like that. And so Green Man is a relatively small festival, especially if you compare it to Glastonbury. It's probably about 30,000. But the production, the dancers, the theatre of self-esteem, she's going to be putting on one hell of a performance somewhere. And we can't call out everyone. It's not going to be a fun episode if we're just reading out a load of names. But she is one to watch out for. She has been she's been on the West End. She's been performing at the theatre, and now she's coming back. So maybe she's got another album out as well.
So cool, yeah. And if we've not mentioned anybody that you are, shouting at your screen, that person's amazing. Please let us know. Please send us a message. Drop us a message on Instagram, on Blue Sky, and tell us who we need to mention, because we've just done a quick, whistle stop overview of some of them. But if you've got anybody who you absolutely love, please let us know.
Yeah, and give us a song recommendation. I've got a playlist running on Apple because I don't do Spotify.
Because you're a boomer.
It's such a boomer thing. Do you know what happened earlier today? I minimized the Apple Music player and I had to Google how to unminimize it. That's how boomerish I am.
Typical Apple Music user.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh my God, I've broken Apple Music. But tell us which song, and I'll probably add it to that playlist that I've got going on.
Any suggestions? More than welcome.
I've got a suggestion. Should we play Festival Dickhead?
We definitely should play Festival Dickhead.
I'm glad you said that, because I had a message from one of our listeners, Amanda Hump, and anyway, she said, is this person a festival dickhead? The one who, in the middle of a set, holds their phone up, landscape, not portrait, and records the full song on their phone. So that's 3-4 minutes of a recording, and you are stood behind that person. Is the person making the film a festival dickhead?
We all know who you mean. We've all seen it. And I do hate to say it, but it is usually boomers that do this.
That's not true. That is absolutely not true.
Really?
And that is I'm not a boomer. Why do you keep looking at me like I am absolutely not a boomer? But when I look at people who do it, it is every age.
Fair enough. I'm just picturing the flip phone case, and you open up your flip phone case.
Are you picturing the guy at Isle of Wight?
Yeah.
When the dancers came on, he had not recorded a single thing in that show, but those dancers came on and suddenly he started to film, not the artist, the dancers.
Very attentive to those dancers.
He zoomed. Did you see him pinch the screen? We lost it. But no, we're not talking about that. I think, I disagree. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's every age that does it. But are you a dickhead? But can I ask a question first?
Mm.
What's the longest you've ever filmed a set at a festival? Please say 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm like, the entire... I live streamed the whole event. I'm joking. I did not.
Honestly, though, have you ever done a full song?
I probably did, my first ever gig.
Mate.
I know. It's tough to admit. I've been seeking help since then.
There is no shame in your voice at all.
No, there is. I'm embarrassed. But these days, now
that I've seen many more winters,
I know that I'm not going to watch those videos back. I know it in my heart. I'm never going to watch that video back. If I film a full 3 minutes, I am never watching the full song back. Because why would you, when you can go and listen to the song on Spotify, or you can just think in your brain about the great memories you hold. You don't have to watch the video. So the maximum I would record now is 10 seconds, I would say.
Okay, so I do between 10 and 30 seconds because I do add them to our TikTok, our Instagram. Yeah. Please follow us, Festival Sounds, at Festival Sounds.
Desperately.
At the moment, I'm posting a TikTok every day from Glastonbury, just for the lols.
Why not?
Yeah,
A
it's just nice.
Glastonbury a day keeps the doctor away.
They're just happy videos, but they're about 10 seconds long, and I like getting those little snippets. What I'll do is maybe if it's a song that I don't instantly recognise or an artist that I've happened upon, I'll take that video and it gives me enough to Shazam later or something like that.
I like doing, if it's like a really good song that I really like, it's like my 10 favourite seconds of that song. Or like if it's the chorus, I'm like, oh, this is the best bit. So I like to record the parts of the song that I love. Or if something amazing is happening in the moment, like, you know, when they go all acoustic and they unplug it and the whole crowd singing along, sometimes you have to get that, don't you?
Yeah, I get that. And I would say a minute is about the limit before you're into dickhead territory.
I agree.
Equally, though, if you do a minute every 5 minutes, you're pushed into dickhead territory. But the bit where I feel bad is if someone is behind, you are obscuring their view with a LED screen, and it takes that moment away a little bit from them if you record the whole song. And I think there's a part where you should be considerate of those people behind you. And that's what, for me, pushes you into a dickhead.
I agree. I also think for you as the person recording, it's not enjoyable to be watching the whole set through your phone screen. Like, that person is literally there right in front of your eyes. So why not look at them? Why look at your phone screen? That's what I think, anyway.
Yeah. Have we decided?
I think we have. It yet again, we're calling it Festival Dickhead.
But only if it's 3 minutes long, 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
A minute or two, yeah, that's fine. You're in the moment. You want to capture that moment, that beautiful place you're in. That makes sense. But a whole song, do you really?
Longer than 2 minutes, I'm going to call that the cutoff. Just
record it off iPlayer. Now, the difference is if you are panning into your mates' faces and you're all screaming into the camera. Not going to lie, I like those videos. I like people doing those. I think they're funny.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's nice when it's just, it's clearly you're recording the memory, the moment. It's not just, oh, let me record this entire 5-minute song and I'll never look at my phone ever again.
I also agree with you that a lot of people will just not watch them.
You're just staring at your phone screen. It's like, I get it, because sometimes you just want it for your Instagram or whatnot. But let's also be real. If you are posting the full 5-minute song on your Instagram, not one of your followers is going to watch the entire thing. You're going to be skipping through those stories. I can tell you that now.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you.
I feel like this negativity's really pissed you off, Bill.
It has. It has. Fuck negative Instagram talking heads and TikTok talking heads. Fuck the Daily Mail and their motherfucking crew. And if those people want to be down with the Daily Mail, then fuck them too.